And good evening, everyone. It's Wednesday evening. I'm Reverend Robin Nashak, aka the Spiritual Minister, and let's spin into the stillness. I'm so glad you've joined us here tonight. This is that time of the week, midweek, where we can take a break, where we can gather ourselves and really focus inward so that we can draw upon those things inside of us that we need to show ourselves love and to show ourselves compassion on our day-to-day basis. So if you find yourself in the middle of your week worrying about things, spiraling about things, um, this is that time that you can kind of contain all of that, where we can consciously choose to think different thoughts and thereby uh, thinking and manifesting the reality in our life that we would like to manifest. So let's do that. And we have a couple of different steps in our weekly spin into the stillness. We would like to set an intention. So we talk about knowing what we want to manifest, creating the life that we want, changing our thinking, or consciously being aware of the thoughts that we're thinking. This is that time to get in touch with that process. So when we set that intention, we are putting ourselves out there. We are thinking about what we're thinking about, if that makes sense. So we're setting that intention. We are stating to the universe, yes, but mostly the universe within. We are stating to that universe within, to that inner self, what we are looking to accomplish or what we are looking to evolve into as we meditate. And we are doing it as a community, even though we are kind of sequestered in our own respective spaces, coming together on Wednesday evenings or joining the recording at a later time means that we choose to do it with others around us, with other souls involved in the energy of the meditation. So that's a significant step in our choosing to think consciously. We've chosen to be here tonight. And so, or you're choosing to watch the recording, why not make the most of the time that we have available to us? And an efficient use of that time is to be honest with ourselves about what our intention is when we are coming to meditate. And it could be anything as meta as a more peaceful life, or more immediate issues like I want to be more relaxed when I get home from work, or I want to open myself up to discovering new perspectives about my life or my job or my kids or my spouse. So this intention that we set for our each Wednesday evening is really a very individual intention that again we don't necessarily share it with each other as a dialogue, but we are sharing the process of setting that intention together, which is a nice step. So why don't we share that process together and let's set that intention. I like to take, as you know, these little slips of paper and write my intention down on them because when we're done, if we were in person, I would invite you to bring your little slip of paper up to me, and I would have a nice burning flame going, and I would light that intention on fire and throw it into a nice burning bowl, and we would release that intention out into the universe. We set that intention with focus, and then we let it go and let it become what it needs to become. Again, I prefer these slips of paper. And the reason that I would invite you to do it this way at home is because you can take that slip of paper and you can hold it in your hand and energize that intention with your meditation. Now, I do plan on sending my slip of paper up into the flames, and I plan on using another little ticket to write the words everyone's intentions and have that little ticket serve as the proxy for everyone bringing up their respective intentions and lighting them into the flames. So let's do that now. Now, if you kept a meditation journal, you might just want to write down your intention so that you can track what you are expecting or what you are intending with your meditative practice, and then see and check in with yourself, journal about whether that meditation intention is manifesting, whether you are accomplishing, or whether you're seeing changes in your life or in your day-to-day self-awareness or well-being with this meditative practice, even if you only do it once a week with us, or if this is one of the times in the week that you meditate. Either way, it's all up to you. This is your meditation. And so let us set that intention now. So I've written mine down right here. I'm going to write everyone's intentions. And that is right here, everyone's intentions. And so this one also gets added to the energy while we're meditating. And then we can light them up and send them out. So that is step one. Step two is to help us evolve, expand, shift our perspective. We draw an oracle card, and we draw it from right now the deck called the Star Codes Astro Deck. I love this deck. We've got so long to go before we even come near completing the deck or drawing every card from the deck, because we oftentimes draw the same card maybe a couple times in a month, or maybe even 2 weeks in a row. So we've got a ways to go. And I really would love us to get through the deck, because I think it's a very interesting deck and it offers some great insight. Now, if you don't believe in the mysticism of an oracle card, if that's just not part of your way of seeing your spirituality or your non-spirituality, then consider the cards a creative prompt, giving you maybe a word or a thought or something in the artwork of the card that allows you to take that intention that you've set and maybe add some new perspective to it, maybe give you a different way of seeing it. And that's it. It's seeing it as inspiration, basically, for how you are expressing your meditative insights. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and then I'm going to draw the top card when I'm done shuffling. Because if we were in person and I would be doing a reading with you, for instance, I would invite you to draw the card that you want to draw from the inside of the deck. And since this is not an individual reading, but it is one where we are all being represented by the single card that answers all of our intentions or responds to all of our intentions, I'm going to just draw the top card. And that top card is one that you can see that I'm not using my own intention to get. It's one that we agree that can be the card that serves all of us. Okay, so I'm going to shuffle now. And again, housekeeping as I shuffle. You might want to begin to get comfortable now. Find that space where you are both alert as well as relaxed, because we want to be open and receptive and completely relaxed, but we also want to be alert enough to hear the prompts of the meditation, to have a conscious and aware kind of dialogue with our inner self, with our what I consider our divine self or our deep self. So if you can find that space where you are somewhat relaxed or somewhat reclined, maybe in some way, but you also are not in a place where you are most prone to fall asleep. Now, we all doze. I've dozed sitting straight up in meditations and listening to talks and even in classes. But so sometimes it's unavoidable. But if you can maximize the opportunity that you are going to remain alert, that would be awesome. Again, we are in our own respective places where we're going to hear a variety of ambient noises in addition to what we are hearing for the meditation. So use those distractions or those intrusions, if they come, as just a way of developing a discipline to rotate right back into that stillness. So even if you're startled or, just become a little disheveled if you hear a sound or a bark or a siren or any of those things, just use that as your opportunity to go, okay, I want to remain still. So I'm going to kind of pull it back and maybe pull it back even more strongly as I do. So it just requires some discipline. Again, our goal as we become still, the more and more it becomes more easy for us to access that stillness. Our goal is to be able to access it from any space, to be able to respond to any situation by being still and to becoming aware of what is going on within us during any moments. And those are moments of joy and moments of confusion or moments of sadness or despair. All of those moments can benefit from just a gentle reflection, from a stopping what we're doing, from taking a breath and really feeling and knowing what we're feeling in those moments. Because it is from that awareness that we can consciously choose those thoughts ahead of that moment. We're not being subject to our spiraling. So, lecture's done. So we can get right into it. Top card is oh, interesting. Okay, I think we've had Capricorn before, but this is an interesting card. So the card is Capricorn. And again, you don't have to be a Capricorn to get this message. In fact, uh, what we're saying here with the drawing of this card is that Capricorn, as a sign, as an archetype, has a message for all of us, whether we're a Capricorn or not. And that message is, and I'll put it up on the screen more clearly, is achieve. Capricorn says achieve. This is one that we've drawn before. So again, we are 1 week. We continue with our 1 week holding on to these cards or continuing to use these cards because this is one we've drawn before. So that's one less that we have gotten anew. And that just means we get to keep using the deck because I love it so much. And let's see the card. There we go, Capricorn. So there it is. And take a look at the art. And we've seen it before. It's beautiful artwork. I love these cards. And see what you're feeling as you look at that card. The where it is jumping from, the other symbols that you may see in the background of the card, they're all going to speak to each of us in a unique way. And you're going to hear more about Capricorn and achieve and how that relates to your intention as I read more about it. So it's all part of this experience, the visual and the kind of the single word message and then the expanded message that I'm going to read about. All of it is serving that intention that you have set. So we will then go into meditation and kind of bring all of it together during that meditation. So let's read about what Capricorn is saying to us this evening. Capricorn asks us to dive deep into the sea of collective consciousness to find a worthy dream and then work on it and walk it to the mountaintops. Oof. I'm going to read that again. Capricorn asks us to dive deep into the sea of collective consciousness. That's a big ask right now. To find a worthy dream. Dream big. And then to walk it to the mountaintops. Capricorn, the cardinal earth sign, is ruled by Saturn. Its symbol is a mergoat, half sea creature, half mountain goat. And the sign is connected to our bones and knees, the equipment we use to climb stairs and achieve our goals. The sun shines in Capricorn December 21st through January 20th. So we've just moved out of Capricorn season last week. The action of this card. The situation, which is whatever that intention was that you set, the situation needs a good and healthy structure, foundations upon which you can solidly build. Capricorn imbues ambition and drive, determination, willpower, and precision. When used with integrity, these qualities culminate in the gift of leadership. The mergoat reminds us to dive into spirit, into the dream world, and get a vision for the good of all sentient beings, and then do the work needed to manifest it. Find motivation, set a goal, and build with integrity. Mountain goats climb easily up and down, but aren't as comfortable on flat terrain. Energy can leave you depressed. Capricorn energy can leave you depressed when you feel flat and see no progress. If you can't fish, mend the nets. Look for what can be done now and make it a project. Make short-term plans and take you to medium-term goals and help you climb your mountain over time. Make short-term plans that take you to medium-term goals and help you climb to your mountaintop over time. Celebrate each step. And I love that because I'm not sure that we do celebrate each step. We tend to beat up on ourselves a lot, don't we? Capricorn encourages you to practice skills and develop spiritual disciplines. Here you are. Check. Learn to control yourself, not others. Lead rather than dictate. Look for guidance from elders or experts and grow in your personal authority. Develop confidence through your portfolio. Observe and savor not what you think you can or can't do, but what you've actually done. These bear repeating tonight. Observe and savor not what you think you can or can't do, but what you actually done. Observe and savor what you've actually done because you've done something. Tonight, you're here. You've done something. Celebrate it. Keep an eye on the power dynamics. This is our challenge. Without integrity, Capricorn ambition can enable gross manipulation. Control, a tendency to become controlling or manipulative when feeling anxious. Do not fall in love with others' competence. Let it inspire your own. The gift of this card, wisdom grown over time and through mature experience, is the gift of Capricorn. And it is connection to the spiritual traditions and disciplines that offer a sound foundation for our evolution. So this card really is about going inward, not just determining what we can do best, but determining how we can best serve the situation right now. So whether it's our meta talent that we are living our lives by, or if it's something that is a little more immediate that we know that we can do, whether it's, maybe it's not our talent, maybe it is our skill in the moment that we can apply. And that's, I think, what we're seeking this evening. So let's seek it and seek it together. So you're already comfortable. I am pulling out my drum. I did the bowls last week. I'm going to try to alternate a little more because I do love playing those bowls and they have sat here unused for quite some time. So, and as you become more and more relaxed, we are going to really get in touch with our physical self. And then we're going to kind of let that physical self fade away for a bit so that we can really tap into that self within. So we begin with our breath. We begin by breathing deeply, inhaling, fully expanding your body with oxygen and holding for a moment, then exhaling. Inhale again, hold, and exhale. Each time we breathe, more and more relaxed. This last time we inhale, we hold, we exhale. Just feel your body become more relaxed. You can allow your eyes to flutter closed. And I'm going to put the card up on for you to look at. Just allow yourself to be guided by the tones. Your breathing is natural, but has a focus and intention. And that intention is to relax more and more. Really take the time to release the tightness of our bodies. So every time we inhale fully, and every time we exhale fully and completely, feel that body just become more and more limp, more and more soft and loose. Just imagine that looseness, that softness, quickly moving up from your feet, through your legs. Just feel the softness, lightness settle in as it moves through, almost like a current. All the way up through your waist and your torso and your chest. Everything is loose and relaxed. It's almost like we're melting just ever so slightly. Through your shoulders, now to your arms and your fingertips. Everything is loose and soft and relaxed. Move that softness up through your neck. And really take a moment here to focus on softening our face. Feel your chin relax. Feel your cheeks relax. And your mouth just almost like wax melting in heat. Allow it to get soft. All the way up through your crown. Feel that lightness, that softness, that meltiness. The breathing is holding us tethered, but now that we've relaxed ourselves, we've also let go of any anxieties or emotional tensions. They just release into the ether. For now, you owe yourself these few minutes free of burdens of anything else other than this time for you. So relaxed that now we become very aware of our non-physical self, that presence, or that essence that exists beyond our physical body. And we know this because that essence is active and alive and vibrant, even though our body is relaxed and melted or light. Become very aware of that essence. What does that mean? What does it feel like to be this consciousness in this ethereal place? Because in this place, we can become aware of not just ourselves, because this transcends our physical boundaries as well. Our essences are gathered here in this central space that we have created. So what does that feel like to be in this gathering of souls, each here celebrating, claiming this personal time, but doing it together? And so we've identified our essence, and now, as we become comfortable and feel so safe in this world of ether, this world of non-physicality, let us become aware of the presence. The essence is that we experience here in this ether. And the presence is part of the essence, which is also part of the presence. So the presence is like an oversoul of this essence of us. It is the deepest part of ourselves. is our truest, most authentic aspect of our being. The presence informs the essence. As it is now doing, for in this sacred space we have created, to be aware of our own essence as well as our own divine presence. We ask, as our essence of the presence, we ask of our deep self, how can I help? How can I best care for me right now? What is a simple, actionable, and accessible action that I can do to strengthen my essence, to show myself and my community the most compassion, to help my own individual world which ultimately serves the world beyond me. And we've just asked ourselves a most personal question. How can I help? What can I do? How can I be the best me right now after I return to my world? How can I lead by leading my own self in the best way possible? How can I achieve the me that I know I desire to achieve? And for the next few moments, just allow the presence, your presence, to respond to this inquiry. You may not hear the answer in words. You may hear it in the tones. You may see it in the images across your closed eyes. presence to speak to you as your essence. And now that you've received that very personal suggestion, and know that it is not an assignment, it is literally a suggestion. Your presence has indicated the options and the opportunities. There's under no obligation. Just know that you've received an answer that serves that intention that you've set, and that ultimately, even if it sounds or feels difficult, would serve to help you be more realized, more evolved the way you want to evolve. And so with that information, with that beautiful conversation that you've had with yourself, that part of you, that presence, let us joyfully return to our material body. We want to bid our presence a greeting of appreciation and understanding and gratitude, for we know that presence is always what is animating us. It is a consciousness that lives beyond our physical body, and we thank it for always having our back. And as it begins to just fade into the background of our awareness, we once again become aware of that essence of us. And we become aware of that essence of us slowly being encased in the physical body and world that we live in. So just imagine that essence just being surrounded by our body at first, which becomes once again less loose, more shapen, more defined, more material. And as our body does, so does our environment, becoming more and more present. We are in the material world, coming back more and more conscious of our breathing, inhaling and exhaling. Let's take 3 breaths that bring us fully back, and we will open our eyes on the 3rd breath. So inhale and exhale. Inhale again and exhale quickly. And one more deep, full breath. Inhale and exhale quickly as we open our eyes ever so gently to return to our material space. And that is us here, turned, empowered, and energized. It was a really beautiful experience to be a part of this gathering that was connecting with themselves. I felt that connection with myself, but I also felt it from everybody else. I felt everybody's inquiry. How can I help? What can I do? And I thank you for being brave enough to ask the question and to reflect on the response. So let us move on with our evening. I'm going to send these off into the flames where we will let go of those intentions, knowing that as we state them and as we release them, so do they get sent out into the universe. I've thrown in everyone's intentions, allowing it to ignite with my personal one, fusing all of us together in that proxy out there. We can move on with our evening and feel hopefully relaxed, maybe sleep better, maybe be energized about what tomorrow may bring for us. Let's see who's here. I know Kathleen and Sue, my faithful Zoomers. Thank you. I love you guys so much. Grateful for you. Grateful that you're here. Let's see if anybody is on the other sides. And as again, I sometimes see people away after I've signed off, and I do apologize if I don't acknowledge you, but I'm grateful that you're here. I appreciate all that you bring when you come and bring yourself here, and look forward to more of these experiences together. This is just the first month of the year. We've got a long way to go, and yet we could take it week by week. I thank you so much for joining in with this energy, and I wish you the most beautiful evening. I wish you an empowered week and as much joy as you can find for yourself. This is your birthright. Look for that joy, find the joy, hold on to the joy, be the joy that you seek. I love you. We'll see you again. We'll be here again next week. Good night.